Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and today's reading is for Saturday, September 5th, and I'm going to draw 5 cards to help us get into the guidance for how to spiritually grow and to use the energies that are available for nurturing our physical of course, our physical lives, because without that it's challenging to get inside the spiritual reason that we're here, Okay, so 5 cards. So 2 cards for the morning, 1 card for the theme, but mostly midday as well, and then 2 cards for the afternoon and into the evening. Okay, so, oh, nice. We have the King of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups. Nice for those 2 guys to show up. Page of Pentacles, and then we have the 5 of Cups. Okay, so it's possible, it's very, very possible that this could be read in the inverse meaning, which would mean, letting go of past disappointments. But let's dive in and see what comes through me. Okay, so with the Knight of Cups, usually, well, sometimes it can be a person that comes to you. Now, it does not have to be a man. I tend to not genderize, any of the court cards, because what we want to be looking at is the true, like the essence of the card. And with knights, it's all about movement. Now, with this knight, there's movement towards creativity, towards invitations, towards the power of your love coming through. You can have a very, very creative day, which would just be, wouldn't that be wonderful? Like a creative day where you are in your flow and you act within that flow or act from that flow. The only challenge can be if you've got some kind of like knight in shining armor coming to rescue you, male or female, and they're giving from a place to get, if it's manipulative. Now, this could also be, in a challenging sense, our moodiness, And for me, for myself, in my evolution, I have found that if I'm not focused on a project or some new, and even if it's just a deep, not just, but if it's a deeply, healing process inside of me, which of course is a project, if I'm not focused on working on myself or working towards something that helps the greater good, the greater whole, for all of us, I can tend to get very moody. I have 5 planets in Cancer and my South Node in Cancer. So that's a challenging conglomerate there, unless you can work with it. And the way I work with it is my creativity and my sensitivity and healing my emotional body. So with that in mind, just holding on to that, it could also be a person that comes in to really help, and not in any of the negative sense, but more of like, hey, let's go create this, or let's go to let's watch a movie. Maybe it's your husband or your boyfriend at home, or vice versa, the way around, or anybody that's with you that you're safe and comfortable and feel very loved by. And it turns out to be a creative day, or a day where you immerse yourselves in art or music. And it can be all of it, not either or, but art, music, any of the arts, movies, even documentaries, anything that you want to go towards because it feels good. So that's the beauty of that card. Now, starting the day off with the King of Cups, man, this dude, and I don't say it has to be a man, because we can all have the King of Cups within us. We all have all these cards within us. That's what I love about the tarot. So But he's all about emotional intelligence. These are the therapists. These are the facilitators in our healing processes. These are doctors. These are nurses. These are even attorneys. But they would have more of a caring quality to their demeanor. Rather than just being very logical, they will also be very caring. But you get to that emotional intelligent place when you've done your, emotional reactive release work and your feelings are flowing freely. That's what the cups are all about. So, because the Knight of Swords is also here, I would say our guidance for the day is to go with our feelings. Go with our, our gut instincts, and move towards that. And as long as we're not moving too quickly, and as long as we're slow, going slowly and getting inside of what's sustainable, and releasing the past disappointments, and not allowing them to define the direction that we're going. Or to define us at all. I mean, because the soul task is always to identify whatever negativity we might be spinning in, but not to identify ourselves with it, because it's not who we really are. It can just be sometimes those vicious circles that we spin in on the earth. Because, here on earth, it's not 100% love and bliss and light like it is in, the realm of which we came. We're born into this dualistic plane where it seems to be either or, either good or bad, wrong or right, pleasure, pain, life or death, win or lose, all that, blah, blah, blah. But what our challenge is to get inside of the place where, wait a minute, it's there's light and dark, there's good and bad, there's all of that, but I can find my centered place in my body, and I can move in the direction that I want to move. Now the pages are younger type of energy, but they're also, it doesn't have to be a younger person, and this can be a person that comes into your life this day who really wants to help you do and accomplish something physical. This can be one of your children or any young person that you know, but it also may very well be a part of an aspect of yourself or ourselves that wants to study in really practical ways, wants to further our our lives and get out of that place where we see the glass half empty and we see things as having more than enough, and to tap into our resources, tap into what we have more than enough of, but darn well sure go with your feelings and your guts about what you want to create. If you're artistic, and I believe we are all artistic because we are all creators. So what is it that we want to create? And whether it's a love relationship or a piece of art, a love relationship is a work of art because it's a constant working within the feelings. So don't run away from your feelings. Go for what it is that you want. Ground that into the earth and let go of the past. Okay, that's the best thing I can say for the day. And as always, I welcome your comments and your questions and any insight, because I'm just, one person with only 2 eyeballs here, and I do have my channel, but I'm, try to hook up with the higher realms before I even, lay the cards out. But you guys have your channels too, and we each have our own intuition and we each have our own wisdom. So if I've missed anything here, I just love your comments. Okay? All right, take care. Bye.